And we are live. Hello, everyone. What happened? Today, Julie sent Michael the wrong ID. So we are a little bit late. Thank you so much for your patience and thank you so much for being here with us. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. There are some part in the world that may be morning to them, probably early morning to them. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are exciting, Michael and I, to come here to actually having a discussions about what's going on last week, right? So my name is JulieNguyen. I'm coming to you from California, USA, and today is Monday, February 20th, 2023. Michael William is here with us today, and he's coming from Canada. I'm gonna have Michael say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, certainly another wonderful day. Excellent, fantastic stuff's been going on here with us. And so we just want to share our conversations.
Absolutely. Well, let's get started, everyone. On Saturday, OnPassive was so delighted to introduce OConnect to the world. And it was introduced to the world on the largest screen in the world on the Burj Khalifa building. We all know that we do own 2 floors on that very building in Burj Khalifa. We know that we are in every single LED screen in Dubai Mall and throughout Dubai. We know all that. And we know that we are having the naming right. We are having our name in the biggest structure on Dubai metro station, right? There are, I believe there's 52 of them. We have a special number. I believe that we are on number 29. I hope I'm correct. All right, I think I am. And we know that the metro station is where 2 million riders per year that going across there. Now, not that we are only on the structure itself. However, our names OnPassive is throughout that metro station, on the columns, on the steps, everywhere, right? And there are so many things that we can mention here, Michael, but today, our topic here today is really surrounding around OConnect. And we all know OConnect is the future video conferencing. And our topic also, not only surrounding OConnect, but surrounding how OConnect connecting us to our future. So Michael, let's give the viewers here a little bit about what is OConnect.
Oh, well, I don't know, Julie, what is OConnect? No, we know OConnect is our video conferencing tool, right? OConnect is powered by OnPassive, created by OnPassive, you know, and it is the video conference platform or tool that is going to be taking the world by storm, okay? All those out there using, you know, the various platforms that do exist right now. You know, I don't think we have to say the names. I think people know who they are. We know that it's an industry, you know, that's generating billions of dollars, but probably not servicing the customers as they should, not giving the customers the value that the customers deserve. And so we know with OnPassive, everything is about value, value, value. It's a value-driven company. And so we should expect nothing less from our OConnect video conferencing platform, that it is going to be about presenting and giving and providing value to all the users, the millions upon millions upon millions that will come and use our platform, because it's going to give them exactly what they're looking for. Are you frozen, Julie? Or am I frozen? I believe Julie's frozen. So let's see if we can unfreeze Julie. Okay, and so how fitting is it, folks? How fitting is it that we are talking about a video conference platform that's going to take the world by storm, and here we are on this particular platform, and it has arbitrarily kicked Julie off. We certainly need OConnect. The world needs OConnect because this, clearly this is something that should not happen. There's no way that, you should be conducting a webinar, conducting a meeting, and in the middle of it, you're booted off. So while we are grateful for what this platform has done to date, because we have been using it extensively for some time. So, we are grateful for that. We appreciate that. But it's also a time to say goodbye to it, for reasons such as this, but we know that OConnect is going to provide us with all that we need. Let's see, Julie's coming in here. Let's see what she's saying. Okay, it's okay. So she's reconnecting, folks. Okay, so right, she's reconnected. And so while we wait for Julie, I'm just sending a quick message. Okay, yeah, just did that. So, okay. And it doesn't do anything. Okay, she's still trying to get back in, folks, and she's having difficulty. Let me resend her the link she sent to me. This is technology, folks. Technology at its finest. Let's see, 1 second. Please bear with us. This is first. So maybe she can try use a phone. Okay, so okay, this is certainly is new territory. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I think she's coming back. Oh, there she is. Unmute yourself. There you go.
I'm gonna try to go sideways. Okay. All right. So never happened before, right? Well,
Right.
not that it never happened, but it's completely yeah, it's completely not letting me in. Right in the middle about when you're talking about technologies getting kicked out and all that stuff. I cannot get back in for some reason. And yes, I am literally sitting here trying to get and reconnect in again. Now people are calling me on my phone. Please don't call me while I'm on the live. All right, can you hear me now, Michael?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Clearly.
So sorry, everyone. I'm apologize for the technology. That is, we're trying to connect. So where were we, Michael?
Yeah, I was just saying, you're muted, Julie, but I was just saying that, here it is that we haven't OConnect, which I just finished stating that it's going to take the world by storm. And in the middle of that, boom, you got disconnected, So clearly, we don't need to have technology, be disruptive in that fashion, not when you're in the middle of a meeting, right? So,
Exactly.
but that's okay. The show must go on, and you're back with us, so great.
Absolutely, Michael. And that's exactly why we needed OConnect to come, right? This is why we're talking about, but let's go back to the conversations. First of all, I wanted to say congratulations to everyone, to all of us. We were able to connect. I believe there's over 26,000 people trying to connect, and over 22,000 people were able to attend our OConnect launching to the world, introducing OConnect to the world. Now, we were there for over 5 hours. And I believe the report we were 100% stabilized. Michael, what an epic day on Saturday that we were able to, and an honor and privilege for all of us to be able to experience it. Now, if you haven't been able to connect or haven't able to jump on that day, because a lot of things, because of internet, who knows what happened today too. So congratulations to everyone. We all will be able to experiencing OConnect. So now let's go into talking about a little bit of, without going to details, because we want people to be able to experience it, right? Let's just talk a little bit about the quality of OConnect when we were able to make it into OConnect on Friday and on Saturday, Michael.
Yes, well, it felt as if I was in a cinema, like I was in a theater, okay? It was that type of surround sound experience, certainly much clearer than what we have right now, right? But, it was amazing, Julie, to sit and actually hear the sound coming in when the video was playing, just in communication with each other. The quality was second to none. It was really, I was really excited about that, because we want to, present the best, right? We want to present the best. We're always talking about being at the top, and then on to the next stop and so on. Now we're talking about quintuple top, you know what I mean? So that speaks of being the best, right? And certainly, the clarity was unmatched.
Absolutely. I love the part where we can show our reaction, right? Our reaction when we're on there. To me, attending that webinar was, the video conferencing that we have, it seems like we are in the theater, just like what you're saying. We can see people. There's so much closeness between all of us getting there, and between us being in that room. Now, OConnect is a video conferencing, and I believe it will be the only, and I believe that it is the best of the best video conferencing to connecting people around the world. Not only that, to connect us to our future. And that's exactly what our topic today, Michael. How does a video conferencing can connect us to the future, to our future? Let's talk about that.
Sure. That's a interesting take, right? When we look at the world in general, right? Video or virtual connection, and this has enabled us, to do just that, to be able to connect right around the world. There was a time when, no, we could not be in 2 different countries and be able to see each other and communicate with each other, right? With each other. But technology has changed, right? Things have changed, and it's only going to get better and better. Technology is going to improve. Right. And so as we look to the future, as we look to what's coming, we are poised, we're right there. We are setting the trend, as a matter of fact, because some features, again, we won't necessarily go into all of that, but some features that are available in OConnect has never been seen before. Okay. And so that's pushing us into the future. That's pushing us ahead of the crowd, ahead of a lot of other companies that are out there. And you need that in today's society, right? You have to, especially in business, you have to be ahead of the crowd. You don't want to be following the crowd. You want the crowd to be coming, to where you are. So that means you have to be ahead of the trend. And OnPassive, right, and specifically OConnect is definitely doing that.
Absolutely, absolutely, Michael. If we were to look back in the past couple of years, where during the pandemic, how many of us, how many companies are actually had to connect together, right, to do what they want to meet their goal? How many kids have to stay home and connecting to the teachers, to other kids? Now, I've watched my daughter sitting at home trying to learn something, trying to attending classes, and it was very painful, right? And there was no interactions. There were just like, okay, we go in and we sit and we listen to whatever the other teachers or other person said, but there's no interaction, there's no connection at all. And I see, being in that meeting, experiencing O Connect, there is a connections, between a human to a human being. We be able to show our passions through the emojis that our team building it from scratch, putting it together, the emotions together, and building all that emojis from scratch. So it is something where I believe that all of us will be able to connect with each other as if we are facing, like face to face when we are in O Connect.
And that has to do with the clarity, right?
Exactly.
Again, sometimes you're on the phone, and whether it's static or there's some sort of interference, right? But yet when we're on with O Connect, it sounds as if you're right beside me, Julie, right? That you're right there. We're talking face to face. That's the type of quality that we're talking about, and clarity that is presented in O Connect. And that's a good thing, because you want to have that real life experience, right? You don't want to say, well, yeah, we know we're using technology, and you want to get it so that it doesn't seem like there's anything between us. There's no borders, there's nothing, right? And that's the kind of experience that we received while using O Connect. And so I believe that, when the world come to know all about O Connect, Julie, they're going to fall in love with it. And if they fall in love with it, guess what? They're not going anywhere. They're not leaving. They're going to stay and be a loyal customer for years to come.
Yes, absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about the functions of it. We can do everything when we're on O Connect. We can click on the actions button. We can do so much. We can have it automatic translations. If we are connecting to the world, we could do so much. And I don't want to mention, I just want to leave it as a, the imaginations, and for people to actually look into and viewing it. But talking about connecting to the future, talking about how O Connect connecting business owners to their customers, how O Connect is connecting the coaches to the students, to the teachers. All of that can be done within O Connect.
Absolutely, because we know, you can present, right? So the presentation, obviously you can use that. You can utilize videos, so you can share videos, people can see that. Screen sharing capabilities. You want to conduct a live survey, you can certainly do that in an instant. Call to action, right? That's another good one, Julie. You can invite additional attendees, speech to text. These are all the various possibilities that we have with O Connect. And so any organization, any company will be able to see the benefit, and I think one of the points, Julie, is going to be the cost effectiveness, because OnPassive is not coming from a place of, money first, right? Because of that, a lot of companies are going to be able to save money. A lot of organizations will be able to save money by using O Connect as opposed to what they're currently using today. And that's huge when we see so many companies are trimming their bottom line. So many companies are laying off staff because they're trying to reduce their expenses. So imagine being able to position a product such as O Connect to organizations, to companies, to CEOs, and for them to say, yeah, this is something that you can use in your day-to-day life personally, but also for your business. And it's going to save you a lot of money as well. Because, you know, when you're talking about business, saving money is always an important topic, right? And so we'll certainly be able to have that communication with those who making that buying decision within corporations.
Absolutely. Let's talk about how one can do business using OConnect, right? I'm really excited about that. As a real estate agent, I could literally connecting my client to through OConnect and showing houses there without them being there. You know, the quality of the picture, the sound. Let's say Adele wanted to throw it's in concert, right? A concert venue can hold how many hundred thousands of people, right? And then if she was to go on tour, right? Now, what if she could sit right in her studio and using OConnect and connecting, having a concert, right? And having her fan around the world can watch through OConnect as if they were in the same stadium or same concert hall as she is. Just think about it, everyone. Right, Michael?
Absolutely. And the list goes on and on, Julie. When you think of governments, you know, the various meetings that they're engaged in, you know, from around the world, different countries coming together. When you think of religious institutions, you know, churches, you know, we have these mega churches, right? You know, but you could be right there inside your home, you know, conducting your service, you know, reaching, you know, out to all the members, etc. You know, it's endless, Julie, because again, you need to have the capability, right? So that's where the technology comes in. You need to have the quality, okay? Because you obviously want to be presenting yourself in the best way possible, right? And also to be received that way, right? Where there's no interference, no background noises, etc. Right? So you want to be able to have that, and you also want to be able to do it in a cost-effective way, right? So things have changed, and things are changing, and they'll continue to change, right? As to how business is conducted, as to how we communicate with each other around the world, and OConnect will play. It will play an instrumental role in all of that. So I'm excited for what's coming, Julie. I'm so excited for customers to get their hands on OConnect.
Absolutely, Michael. We talked yesterday. We talked a little bit about yesterday, and we talk about OnPassive as a new career. Now, everyone understand when you want to build your career around something, it takes you years and years and passions and money for us to build that career, right? We were talking about building your own career in OnPassive, because OnPassive has the tools built for us, the system built for us. We didn't need to have to hire anyone. I mean, talking about the career, how many of us in, I'm not going to review the age group, right? Our age group, but how excited for us to be able to have a new career at our age where we don't need to start from scratch, because OnPassive has already done that for us, has already built it, has already cultivated for us. All we got to do is to take what they created, use it, experiencing it, love it, and be able to build a career right around it. I am super excited to start a new career at this age in my life.
Sure, go ahead and tell them, Julie. Tell them that you're 30 years old. Go ahead and tell them. It's okay. Right? No need to be ashamed of that. Right? But I mean, when we think of it, people change careers all the time, right? And then we know in some instances, you know, as you get older, companies are looking to let you go because they can bring someone in that's younger, pay them less money, etc. You know, and so now you have to go look for something else to do, right? And then you're faced with the challenge of, because you're now seasoned, right? It's difficult to get a job at the pay that you're looking for. They're going to tell you that, oh, you're overqualified and all this fancy stuff, right? But imagine having a career in OnPassive, career, even let's just focus on OConnect, right? And that's it, you know. It's not your typical sales job, right? Like you're not running around knocking on doors, you're not picking up the phone, making calls and all these things. You know, you could actually have a career with OConnect by having the entire process of selling OConnect automated for you. And so, you know, let's just say you're the manager, you know, you're just managing the process, right? Because, you know, there's a team in place that will answer all the questions, right? So that doesn't have to be you either, right? So if you think of the entire sales process and see, you know, where, okay, I don't need to do that, I don't need to do that, I don't need to do that. Why? Because it's done for you. Why? Because it's taken care of for you. All I need to do is just point people, just initiate the process, point people in the right direction, point them to the product itself, and then, you know, the team goes to work on your behalf. So, you know, it's going to be a very easy transition for people to get in the learning curve. You don't have to go back to school, you know, retrain, relearn, none of that, Julie. Don't just spend another 6 months to upgrade, you know, none of that. You know, we are in the age of technology, you know, there's no doubt about that. And so we'll be able to utilize the technology to do a lot of what, you know, traditional salespeople and so on would do. It's going to be fantastic. I can see someone in university, Julie, and as you know, we know that your eldest is in university right now. We know that students graduate 4 years later, right? And they can't get a job, you know. So they went to school for these 4 years, studied whatever, they come out and they can't get a job in their field, right? So what do? You know, here's an option, right? You know, and so it's going to be a viable option for a lot of people around the world. There's no doubt about that. And they'll be able to make a career income with OConnect.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm so excited to have experience, like literally get my hands on the board, you know, the control board of OConnect.
Yes,
and I know so many of us are looking forward to it. We know that there are, you know, our life before OnPassive, everything that we were doing has a very minimal of passion to it, right? But what we've done before is everything has surrounding about, I need to do this because I need to have enough money paying for bills. And, you know, that's what our mentality, and that's what we thriving every single day to be able to do that. But now our thinking, our dream, everything shift because of OnPassive. And I really like to talk about the passion. All of us will have that freedom of time, freedom financially, if we make OnPassive as a career. And the best part of it is you have the ability to do what you love, right? The passion is coming in it, because looking my entire path of being an entrepreneur for 20 years now, everything that I did, Michael, and I know you did too, but everything that I did was about surviving, right? Was about, but there's not much of a passion in it. Yeah, of course, you know, being a real estate person, investing and taking care of people, that has a passion in it. But what if I could do more without worrying about how much commissions I'm gonna make, you know, without worrying about how much do I have to spend money out of my pocket to pay for certain advertisement, or to pay to get my listing or my house that I'm responsible to help in front of others people, in front of the buyers or the seller. So with the career of OnPassive, I believe that it's going to tap in so many people what they want to do in life, instead of how much commissions, instead of how much money I'm going to make. Can I be able to pay for bill? Can I be able to pay for certain vacations that I want to go? So I like to talk about that because I think it's really relating to so many people, especially our viewers here.
Absolutely, Julie. You know, we know that there are good jobs out there, right? You know, someone who's a surgeon, right? Okay, we know that surgeons make good money, you know, various engineering, you know, jobs, you know, we know that there's high-powered lawyers out there that are making good money and so on, right? A lot of these individuals are doing it not because they're passionate about it, not because, you know, they're trying to help people, right? They're doing it because they know, yeah, well, this pays $250,000 a year, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's about what's in it for them from that money standpoint, right? Now look at you, I'm talking to both of you now. Wow. Hey, we've duplicated you, Julie. Right? So, you know, when we think
everybody who knows me, sorry, Michael, I muted the computer, but everybody knows me, I never give up, okay?
And here you are, you succeeded.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent, right? But yeah, there's, you know, we know there's a lot of, you know, high-paying careers out there, but people are not, you know, they're not happy in what they're doing. You know, they've got to get up, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, get out there, get to work. They're miserable while they're at work. They can't wait to leave. They get home, but they got to get right back at it again the next day, you know? So there's no passion. And when there's no passion, Julie, I believe that people are selling themselves short. They're not truly enjoying the process, enjoying the experience, you know, they're just not. You know, and I don't think they give their best effort as well. Because when you're passionate about something, Julie, you're putting your entire being into it, right? You know, if I'm a teacher and I really want to teach, I really want to help students, you know, I'm going to go above and beyond. If I need to, you know, work through lunch hour, you know, helping that child that needs extra help. If I need to stay back after school, you know, to help that child that needs the extra help. If I need to come in early, you understand? You're going above and beyond. And in today's climate, you rarely find that. You rarely, it's all about numbers. You know, you're in that doctor's office and they can't wait to get you out. You know what I mean? Because it's on to the next patient, right? And they just keep going. Oh, we think, yeah, you know what, let's, why don't we book you in, you know, to get a surgery done or get a consultation with this, you know what I mean? Not because you really need it, but it's, okay, if I do this, I will get a referral, so I'll make a little bit more money, but okay, this is what happens in doctor's office, folks, in case you're not aware of it, right? But the point is, they're not passionate, Julie, about their patients. You know what I mean? You're just a number. They just see dollar figure when they look at you. You know, and so it makes a huge difference when you can be engaged in what you're actually passionate about. You know, you can't replace that. You can't replace that. And I believe that a lot of people will have that opportunity, right? Starting with having our first paid product, OConnect, and as the others come online and the entire package, you know, of what OnPassive has to offer, it's going to be second to none, Julie. It is going to be a career for a lot of individuals going forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. I wanted to congratulate to everyone who had the opportunity from the very early in 2018 were part of OnPassive. We were watching, we were observing, we were engaging in the development of OnPassive. I wanted to congratulate all those individuals, including myself and Michael William here, that we had the opportunity to do that. If you were not there from the very beginning, you still have a chance to be part of it. All you got to do is join the ecosystem, join the oasis, like what Susie said the other day, because when we are in the oasis or the ecosystem of OnPassive, I'm talking about there will be peace, there will be no competitions, right? There will be harmonized, we'll be able to connecting with each other because of the tools, the services, and the career and the knowledge that people are sharing within that ecosystem. So if you're currently watching this and you want to be part of OnPassive, I encourage you, you can go to onpassive.com or reach out to any one of us that share OnPassive with you, because that's what we do. We share what we love and we continue to share. And if you're a part of OnPassive, continue to stay engaged, continue to learn, continue to plug in, because you have the greatest gift of life in your hand, right? To me, it is a greatest blessing that anyone can ever give to the world. And when you're talking about blessing, when you're talking about the gift, you can't stop me from keep saying it, because that's exactly how I feel inside. And that's exactly how Michael's feeling. And that's exactly about how over millions of us are feeling, that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And it's here. All we got to do is, how do we look at it and how we receiving it?
You know, Julie, I'm here thinking of how people work, you know, and I was sharing this earlier with a good friend of mine, you know, how people work 40 hours a week, Julie, 40 hours, right? I mean, we say 40 hours, but it's actually more than that. When you factor in by the time you wake up and get ready to leave, get to work, by the time you get back home, it's more than 40 hours a week. But, you know, let's say 40 hours a week, because that's what you're supposed to be getting paid for, right? So 40 hours a week, week after week, month after month, year after year, right? And people have done that for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And what do they have to show for it, Julie, right? People still, you know, they start working at, I don't know, 25 years old. And by 65, they're still working. By 70, they're still working. 75, still working. Okay. If they're not, you know, gainfully employed, they're looking for work, right? They're looking for, what can I do? You know, I need something because the income isn't enough, right?
You know
while
what?
I was working, Julie, didn't save enough for retirement. You understand me? So it's all of this that people have to still deal with. And they have the solution right in front of them. And that solution is OnPassive.
And I know you said keep working, but they're not sure tomorrow if they still have their job.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we talked about people losing their jobs, right? The thousands upon thousands that have been let go by some of these giants that's out there in the industry. And it's not that they have to let them go, Julie, right? But hey, if I'm looking at this saying, now I have these technology, right? I can use the technology. I don't have to pay the technology any benefits. The technology is not going to call in sick. You understand that the technology is not going to ask for no raise, right? So I can reduce my staff, okay? So that reduces my expenses, even if I don't sell anything more, Julie. If my sales are still the same, but I've reduced my staff, my expenses have gone down. So that means my profit's going to be increased. So it's a simple formula that companies have used time and time again. Do they have to let these people go? No. Do they have to make the same amount of money they made last year, this year? No. Do they have to make even more? Don't have to. It's not a need, right? It's not a must, right? But that's just how business functions, because it's always focused on the money and not the people.
Absolutely, Michael. And you said exactly what I have in mind, is that a lot of these companies focusing on the numbers, on the money, but not to the quality or the values of what people bringing on the table. And that's one of the reasons why they're letting go so many people. Within OnPassive, Mr. Mufareh said the other day, I'm not letting my people go, but I'm continuing to invest in my people, right? The knowledge, the quality of what people bring on the table, right? And he's continued to do that. And not only that, he investing in his people, but he cares so much for humanity, where he's continue to focusing, you know, like invest in the R&D department, for example. Like research and development is big in OnPassive, because, and that's why what we've been doing in the past years observing is every single day we see OnPassive is adding more and more and more levels of valuables, levels of products. What we've seen in the past 4 years is, and then what we see today, it's like stacking up of the cool things, right? I mean, I don't have enough words to explain, but I hope that you could see the excitement in me and, you know, the passion that we can share.
Your next career stop is OnPassive.
And
Right?
that's the reason why we call today is OConnect. It's connecting us to our future, and it's powered by OnPassive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said, Julie. You know,
Wow.
it's just amazing. You know, when you think about the possibilities in life, so many people, they just go through and they just exist, right? And they don't know the joy of traveling. You know, something as simple as that. You know, these are things that we take for granted. You know, Julie. We take traveling. It's like, yeah. You know, okay, my child needs to come home for spring break, and yeah, go ahead, book it. Like it's just you just take it for granted, right? Like, it's a given. You know. But it just isn't. There are so many people who have never left the place of their birth, never left it. Right? Not even taking a plane going to another country. I'm talking they've never left that village or that city or that town, like never left it, you know? But yet, you know, there are others, you know, who can jump on a plane whenever they want to jump on a plane, you know? It's winter time. Oh, I need to be out of here. Got to get to Florida. You know, got to get to Hawaii, like wherever, right? The Caribbean. You know, people are able to get up and go. Some people travel 6 times a year. You know, but these are things that we take for granted because the majority of people, that's not their situation. That's not their circumstance, right? You know, but yet, okay, it's still possible. They can still fulfill whatever dreams that they have. You know, it's still a reality, Julie, because of what? Because OnPassive is here. Your next career stop is OnPassive.
So funny, everything you said. It's like, it's running in my mind, right? You travel and you build your career while you're doing that, right? You could be in every part of the world building your career at the same time because of OnPassive. And now OnPassive give us that power to do so. Right?
Who wouldn't want to live a laptop lifestyle, Julie?
Oh.
Who wouldn't, right? So you can be in Bora Bora and you still have access to your phone, you know, if you need to check this or check that, right? You could be over, you know, enjoying the Greek islands. You understand? Like so many things that people can do where you're not, you know, fixed to a particular station or desk. Right? I see where companies now are telling their workers, you know, because of the pandemic and so on, some made the transition into, you know, they're basically working out of the office, right? Outside of the office, working from home. And now some of those same companies are telling them, well, no, we need you to come back 2 or 3 days a week, come back into the office and so on and so forth, you know, but, you know, there's nothing like being able to get up when you want to get up, you know, leave when you want to leave, work when you want to work. There's nothing like that, Julie. Take time off when you want to take time off. You understand? That to me, that is the ultimate, right? Living life on your terms, right? On your terms, not living life on the clock. You know what I mean? So many times you're at work and you're watching that clock, right? Oh, okay, it's 2:30 right now. Come on, you know, and it's going so slow because you're watching it, right? But, you know, to be able to live life on your own terms, you know, it's a game changer, right? And like I said, I believe that OnPassive will help a lot of people change their lives.
Absolutely, Michael. Before OnPassive, everything that you've listed, all the greatest things that we wish for, it's all wishful thinking. But now with OnPassive, big dreams are possible. Absolutely possible. And let's just wrap up with that. Big dreams are possible in OnPassive, and OConnect and OnPassive obviously will connect us to our future. Yes, all you got to do is be part of the ecosystem.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Sorry for the disturbance from my end. You have to see the green screen for a long time. But we're here, and we hope you enjoyed this session of discussion. See you again next week on Monday. Please have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.
Thank you, Michael.